hello to Ian Kiddo, who's been a versatile fan for most of his farming career. I'd like to, if we could ask him a few questions about what he thinks of the Versatile and what was the first model Versatile that he had.
The first one we had was back in 1974-75. It was a Model 900 with a Cummins V8 motor down at Meriden. That particular tractor was in the Meriden show in 1975.
And so you then had it out at Ben Cubbon there. You were operating two of them, pulling three Chamberlain combines each, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was working in with my brother-in-law. Yeah, we pooled our resources and ran two together.
Yeah. And I saw a photograph of you working on in salmon gum country, and it just looked like magic. So it must have given you a hell of a thrill to be operating those two tractors together out in that beautiful country.
Yeah, it sort of put us on our feet, Benny. We had old tractors before that, different Chamberlains and John Deeres and what have you, and they called the Versatiles an investment in the future, and I think they were right.
What was the best model Versatile that they brought out, and why?
I think they're all good, Benny. As they say about ladies, they're all lovely, but some of them just make it. But yeah, no, I think they're all good. They've never put out a bad model.
Right. And they were very good for their day, weren't they? They were made up of components, so when you had a breakdown, you could replace a component quite easily and get going again quite quickly compared to the older or the other American model type tractors.
Yeah, that's true. We had a little bit of a problem with a diff center when we first got up here, and we just pulled it out on the concrete apron in front of a shed and put it on the ute, took it back to Meriden. We did it ourselves and went on special.
Yeah,
they're quite easy.
Yeah. So that was one of the benefits of the tractor, wasn't it? It was a quite comfortable tractor and quite modern to operate, but it was very simple and easy to work on.
Yeah, that's right. The productivity you got out of them compared with the fuel they're consuming, they were very, very good.
Yeah. So now that I notice that you've got three 1150s in the shed as a collection item.
We plan on going through them and bringing them up to speed. They're 40 years old now, and they've done a good job for the previous owners, and we're going to go through them and put new tyres on them and GPS and what have you, and just use them for pulling the seeders up and down while these Delta tracks are busy ripping. Yeah, we have to rip all this sand to get good productivity out of it.
Yeah.
And it just takes a long time.
So you're actually going to get them to be working commercially again, are you?
Yeah, well, not to do thousands of hours each year. These Delta tracks do 1,000 hours a year, but if the old ones do a couple of hundred, well, they'll be doing really well, 200 or 300 hours. They're sort of like old grandmas. They don't have to do a lot of work to justify their position.
Well, if a tractor's not doing a lot of hours, it's lot easier to keep them going and a lot easier on themselves, isn't it? They
That's
last you can make a machine go for a hell of a long time if it's only doing a couple of hundred hours a year.
That's right. They're very important hours because the crop needs to go in on time.
Yep.
You can't be messing around weeks after it should have been in, and it's too late. You miss the boat.
Yeah. Yeah. But I noticed that with some old commercial tractor builders are now thinking about making a tractor that's more basic than the modern day tractors of today, so that we don't get too carried away with all the software and the complicated technical stuff.
Yeah, that's right, Penny. They don't have to be all sorts of fancy computers on them and what have you. You're only pulling a machine along and all said and done, and as long as they can do that efficiently, they're doing fine, I believe.
Yep. Well, thanks for that, Ian. It was very informative and great to have a chat with you.
You're most welcome. Thanks, Penny.